Greetings from the farm this week. We are quite excited because some of our favorite things for the share are back in. So we have fall broccoli, which tastes wonderful. Melissa and Leonora and Emma tried it out the other day and managed to eat probably about 2 or 3 of these big heads just on their own. We also have Romanesco cauliflower, so you're either going to get 1 large head or 2 smaller heads. And some people call it fractal broccoli or Romanesco cauliflower. You can call it Romanesco, whatever you want to. It's an heirloom variety from Italy that dates back to the late 1700s, I believe. It is delicious. So my favorite way is just to lightly steam it. It's also good raw if you like that kind of thing. And we have Brussels sprouts. We're 3 in a row now. The Brussels sprouts, all you do is just kind of trim the ends. Oftentimes what we do is we will, you can do them in the oven, you can steam them. We like to do garlic butter, like pressing the garlic into butter and then tossing that with Brussels sprouts. These have not yet been frosted. They're not as sweet as they will be later in the season, but we thought that they're good enough that we better include them in the last 2 shares for the summer share.
And Andy, can you just touch, I had a sprout back there behind the Romanesco. Can you touch on what maybe the moisture in the last week or 2 has done?
Yeah, so we had a lot of rain, and so we noticed a few of these got through, and we tried to sort as many out when we were bagging. So this is one that we've pulled out, and I'm giving you the example. If you find this, just discard, or you actually can trim. So if you cut relatively high, these wrapper leaves, you can peel them back, and the center of this is fine to eat. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. We try to leave those in the field. The 4th one that's in the share that we really love are sweet potatoes. These are uncured, so they don't have a great shelf life. You should eat them up. And the skins are totally edible too, really thin. We like to cube them and then roast them in the oven in olive oil or butter, and then we included a sprig of sage, and the sage is really nice if you fry it in oil or butter and then let it get slightly crispy and drizzle it over the top. And then the 5th thing that's making its first appearance that we're quite excited about are shallots, and the shallots they make wonderful sauces. They're great pretty much anywhere you'd use an onion, but much more flavorful. They kind of reduce down to nothing and add wonderful balance pretty much to anything that you'd want an onion in. Included with the share then are also more potatoes, more garlic, another pepper, and some parsley, which are making repeat appearances. So when we were packing this share, we had a really hard time when we were smelling the sage, not wanting to eat sweet potatoes as we were packing. So on the farm, we got quite a bit of rain. It's actually about as much rain as we've had all year. So we are exceptionally muddy. We're working on harvesting roots, some other greens. In next week's share, we'll have more of the broccoli Romanesco combo, more Brussels sprouts, more sweet potatoes, and depending on what we get in out of the field, maybe some rutabaga, another round of celeriac. What else do we have coming on, Mel?
Turnips, parsnips. Well, later.
Yeah, that's more
week,
for winter share.
Yeah.
So the
this is next week is the last week of summer share.
Yep.
So if you haven't already signed up for winter share and you'd like to, you can do that online.
Yeah, we have a few spots available yet. It looks like we're going to have quite a bit of food for winter share. It looks to be a nice November, December for eating. So
yeah, and we have another wood-fired pizza night on Friday. So
yep, starting at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So until next time, have a great week.
How's it going, husband?
It's going pretty well.
Yeah.
Bunching beets.
Bunch of beets.
Yeah. Not for the share this week, but this is the process. You pull off the bad leaves. And have to go dunk them and wash them.
Is it cold out?
I don't think so, but I'm dressed for it.
How much rain did we get last night?
I think at least 1.5 inches yesterday during the day.
How's that going to make pulling out fall roots?
I'm starting to sweat it a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was good for the crops, for the carrots and things that needed the moisture. But yeah, we might not be digging roots for a day or 2.
How many roots do we have to pull out yet?
A couple 100,000 pounds.
So it's sweet potatoes, rutabaga, turnips.
Carrots, beets, parsnips. Am I missing something?
I feel like we are.
Celeriac.
Sweet potatoes?
Yeah, I said that, yeah.
Did I? Sorry. Yeah. So you can see the cover crop in the background there. What beautiful fields of cover crop. eggs and Brussels sprouts. So, if anybody has interest in pulling roots out of the ground,
Come on out.
come on out.